So, you've seen the headlines, the new Sony WH-1000XM6 is here, and yep, they're already being called the kings of noise-canceling headphones again. But hold up, what about the WH-1000XM5? Still excellent, now cheaper, and not going anywhere. So today we're asking the big question. Should you spend more for the new XM6, or save money and stick with the still awesome XM5? Let's break it all down. Design, sound, comfort, features, noise canceling, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one deserves your cash. Let's start with design. And yes, at first glance, you'd be forgiven for thinking these two headphones are identical. But look closer, and the XM6 introduces a few subtle but meaningful changes. Biggest change? The foldable design is back. The XM5 famously ditched the folding hinge, which made them a bit of a pain to travel with. With the XM6, you can now fold them up again, and they come with a brand new clamshell case, magnetic closure instead of a zipper, smaller, sleeker, easier to handle. Honestly, why didn't Sony do this sooner? The headband is also wider and plusher, and the ear cups are slightly deeper too. Think more of a gentle head hug and less of a clamp. Bonus: the matte finish on the XM6 resists fingerprints and scratches better than the XM5's soft touch material. It's a small upgrade visually, but a solid win in comfort and portability. XM6 takes the first round. Next up, controls. Sony hasn't rocked the boat too much here, and that's a good thing. Both models use the familiar touch gestures. Swipe to change tracks, tap to pause, hold to activate transparency mode. Great for ordering coffee without pulling your headphones off. But on the XM6, Sony finally fixed a small but real issue. They made the power button bigger and rounder, making it easier to tell apart from the A and C button by touch. If you've ever powered your headphones off mid-song by accident, this is for you. Tiny detail, but when you use your headphones every day, it matters. XM6 gets the point. Now let's talk sound. Both headphones use 30mm drivers, but don't let that fool you. The XM6 sounds noticeably better. Sony went with a new driver design and retuned sound profile. What does that mean for you? Cleaner mids, richer vocal clarity, and better sub-bass performance. The XM5 was already bass-heavy, but the XM6 smooths things out and gives you more definition without bloating the low end. If you're into genres like pop, hip-hop, or electronic, you'll love the XM6's low-end punch. And for vocal-focused tracks, think acoustic, jazz, podcasts, you'll notice the difference in vocal detail right away. That said, the XM5 still holds its own with a wider soundstage. Some may prefer the more spacious feel. But if we're calling a winner on sound, the XM6 pulls ahead thanks to its overall balance, clarity, and upgraded tuning. Alright, now let's get into the feature that probably brought you here: noise canceling. The XM5 were already top tier, but Sony went and added 4 more mics to the XM6, bumping it up to 12 microphones total, along with a more powerful QN3 chip and AI trained on over 500 million voice samples. Translation: the XM6 blocks out more mid-range frequencies. Think human voices and street chatter. If you've used noise-canceling headphones in a loud office or on public transit, this upgrade is real. Transparency mode, or as Sony calls it, ambient sound, also got a boost. On the XM6, it sounds more natural, like you're not even wearing headphones. You can hear your surroundings without that artificial or muffled feeling, making conversations way more comfortable. So yeah, noise canceling was already great. Now it's elite. XM6 takes it again. Let's talk power. Both the XM6 and XM5 offer 30 hours of battery life with ANC on and 40 hours with it off. That's solid. But here's the difference. Fast charging is better on the XM6. You still get 3 hours of playback from a 3-minute charge, But the XM6 doesn't need a USB power delivery charger to do it. Just plug it in with any USB-C cable and you're good to go. So while battery life technically ties, the XM6 is more convenient to charge, especially when you're on the go. Now, if you're into tweaking settings, you'll be glad to know that both headphones use the updated Sony Sound app, formerly Headphones Connect. The XM6 takes things a bit further with Bluetooth 5.3 up from 5.2 on the XM5, which brings support for LE Audio and Auracast, future-proofing your headphones for better performance down the line. Plus, you now get a 10-band EQ instead of 5 on the XM5. More control, more customization. And Sony's added some playful new modes like background music mode. There's also a cinema mode that gives you a 360-degree surround sound experience for watching movies or YouTube. So while the XM5 has most of the core features, the XM6 just packs in more extras. Another win. Let's not forget about microphone quality. Whether you're on Zoom calls or FaceTiming someone in a windy park, mic performance matters. Both models handle calls well, but the XM6 slightly edges out the XM5, especially in tricky conditions. Those extra beam-forming mics help isolate your voice better and cut down background noise. Wind resistance is improved too, which is great if you're outdoors often. Not a dramatic leap, but a solid refinement. Okay, now for the part your wallet cares about. The XM6 costs $449, while the XM5 launched at $399. And now, you can often find the XM5 on sale for as low as $299. That's a $150 difference depending on when and where you buy. So here's the dilemma. Is the XM6 worth $150 extra? For many people, maybe not. If you're just after excellent ANC, great sound, and comfort, the XM5 is still one of the best headphones you can buy, and now it's a better deal than ever. Plus, Sony's not discontinuing it anytime soon. So, what's the verdict? The Sony WH-1000XM6 is undeniably better. It wins in almost every category. Better ANC, better sound, more comfort, and a more refined experience overall. But the WH-1000XM5 is still incredible, and now it's cheaper, easier to find on sale, and honestly, more than good enough for most people. If you want the best of the best and don't mind the premium price tag, go for the XM6. They really are back on the throne. But if you're being price conscious or already own the XM5, stick with them or grab a deal. They're still at the top of their game. Let us know in the comments, are you upgrading, sticking with the XM5? If this helped you out, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Catch you in the next one.